came back in 2000, the community had changed incredibly. The Caribbean community was still here, but the new communities were the East African communities, and they had come from their countries as a result of civil war, predominantly. And again, they came with incredible history, incredible culture, but clearly with not a lot of money, which is why they were living in Lawrence Heights. So it's really been a learning experience for me. I've learned all about history of the world in terms of the Caribbean, in terms of the African nations, and I've learned a lot about different cultures.
The Somalia, and then my country, the people is fighting, and then I get the ship, I come to Kenya. I leave Kenya 2 years, and then my husband is here, and then he sponsor me and my three daughters. And then I come here.
It was the taxi drivers named it the jungle. It's because of the way the streets are. Everybody, if you don't know where you're going, you get lost in here.
It's like about 9 o'clock at night, nothing. I mean, you could take a cannonball, shoot it up the middle of the road, and not hit anybody.
Now that I'm retired, I come over here to the community center with the seniors. There's lots of good people, kids that have grown up in here, become doctors and nurses and lawyers, but you never hear about them. You only hear about the drug dealers. What I don't like about the media is they always portray the negative. They never look at the positive.
Lawrence Heights isn't the only community where, you know, there are maybe some like drug activities or whatnot. Every area has
many communities in Toronto though, and many of them have crime. It's just that areas that are targeted more like Lawrence Heights or the 13 priority communities such as Jane and Finch or even Rexdale will be affected by this because that's what the media has pigeonholed. I don't find that crime is very high here.
If you do look around in and around the community, there's a lot of things that do need to get upgraded. And just looking at the area and where it is, where it sits in the city, it's a place that really needs to get rebuilt. The biggest things that need to get upgraded are a lot of our pipes around the community, because even I'm sure a lot of people in the community could say they've walked into somewhere, like they're walking to the mall or whatnot, and they'll see water just spewing out of the ground. Upgrading the facility, upgrading the schools, upgrading our community center, because just even looking in the evening programs, we have about 40 to almost 50 kids playing in the gym at one time. And for that to be happening in a community of this sort, we need to upgrade. We have to get bigger gyms and better equipment. Like bringing in the computer lab and bringing in the music studio and things like that. But then I think we could do more. Like we could build our gym in such a way where we could hold basketball tournaments and hold volleyball games and get everyone together. Like I think the two sides of the bridge kind of thing, it's kind of old, and it's more than 60 years old. Rebuilding the community and keeping the people that live here in the community, bringing them back and making sure that they stay here. I think that's our main goal, is just making sure that people that are here stay here. Because the people in the community right now get together so well. And in the future, if you think about it just from generation to generation to generation, if we could pass on our traditions and fit into a mixed income, because that's what it's going to turn into, is a mixed income housing with people who own their houses and people who rent their houses. That's going to make our communities just so much stronger, just having those two sides of the ball, that people are living together with, I wouldn't say poor, but lower class with middle class and higher class all together in one place, working together to make it the best for their children.